Happy Monday. Please excuse my little friend here on my lip. I'm finally almost over my cold. I still have a little bit of congestion, but every time I get sick, I end up eventually popping up with a cold sore towards the end. So ignore that little friend with me today. But we are in that awkward stage. And I also hope you can hear me because this AirPod is almost dead. And when I turned my camera on before, I was still able to hear my music through it. So hopefully the mic is picking me up. If you're seeing this video, then it must be. But where I am in the south, it's at that awkward stage where it's like absolutely freezing in the morning in like the low 40s. And then by afternoon, it's in the high 70s. So I am wearing my first pair of pants, basically, this entire season so far. I've lived in shorts from, like legging shorts from Torrid for the past, what feels like 6-7 months. And I finally went and bought some pairs yesterday because I realized I literally didn't have one single pair of long leggings. I only had jeans, which, by the way, I'm fitting in all of my old jeans now. I'm between like well, it depends on the brand, of course. But I'm between like a 16 and an 18 right now. All of my 18s fit, but they're a little bit big. And my one pair of 16 that I have fits. I wouldn't say that it's tight, but it's definitely a little more snug than the 18s. So that's kind of cool. It's so hard to figure out what like your size is after you lose weight. I actually was going through my closet a little bit just to kind of figure out what I'm bringing when Tim and I go back home for my sister's wedding, which we actually go back home in like 2 weeks. Her wedding is in a little under 3 weeks. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to go home. We're gonna be home for, let's see, like I think 10-11 days. And I'm just so excited. I'm so excited to see my family, my sisters, my niece, our friends. Like I'm excited. It's gonna be a great time. But yeah, I was trying to figure out, okay, well, what am I gonna wear to go back home because it's already cold there. And everything I own, like hoodies and jackets and all of that stuff, are way too big on me. But it's hard to like figure out what your new size is because like a 1X seems impossible. Like an extra large and 1X seems like impossible for me to fit in, like in my mind. Like this is a 2X, and it's really big on me. So like, I think I actually am a 1X. I don't know. It's crazy. But I also don't have like, you know, all the money in the world right now, as you guys know, to go and like buy clothes. But I definitely need to get a few staple pieces because all of the hoodies I have, and like I said, heavier clothes are too big for me. They're like overly big to where it's not like like she's wearing an oversized hoodie that looks cute. No, like they're so big that I look frumpy, and it's making me look 10 times bigger than I actually am. So I need to get a few staple pieces. Honestly, I'll probably go to like Walmart because they have some cute stuff for not that you know, expensive. So honestly, don't sleep on Walmart because I might go there just to grab my, you know, few little hoodies. Luckily, I think all the jackets I have that like scrunched cinch-in waist so that you can like pull with the drawstring. So that's probably fine. But yeah, definitely needing to get a clothes, but it feels good to have pants now. I had Torrid Cash, so for 3 leggings, which actually they honored the online price, so I made out even better. I paid like $32 for 3 leggings, which usually their leggings I think are like $23 each, so definitely made out like a bandit in that sense. But yeah, I stepped on the scale this morning. Now it's like 219.6, I think. And I really want to try to get down to like 215 by the time I go home. I definitely think I can do it. I have, like I said, about 2 weeks until I go home. Because that would be, you know, the lowest weight that my family, I mean, right now would be the lowest weight my family has ever seen me at in my adult life as well. But only by, you know, a few pounds. So I think it would be really cool to be able to get down to that 215 mark, because that's like, you know, the absolute lowest. And my husband, actually, I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, I'll confirm with him before I post the video, but my husband is down to like 307, I think, when he stepped on the scale. And that was him stepping on the scale last night after we ate dinner before bed. So I'm sure he's down to like 306 in reality, like in the morning time. So I think he'll be able to get down to 299 or under 300 pounds before we go home, which is like so incredibly exciting for him. I'm so proud of him and so happy. So yeah, we're making good progress. Still a little bit nervous as far as jobs go, like job security goes for him. Luckily, his workload is picking up at his current company, which I think, as long as it stays this way, he is going to stay. But that still leaves the issue of what's going to happen with insurance. He did speak to them, and nothing is going to be changing with insurance, you know, at least for the remainder of this year. And then, you know, every new year, you know, every company, even if they're not having the issues that his current company are having, you know, they always have to renew like their contract and stuff. So it's, you know, possible for, like, it's possible that the insurance plan or provider or anything would have been changing come January, like no matter what. But the issue is his company went from being very large to very small now. So there's a chance that they won't offer insurance at all, or that the insurance that they're going to be offering come January is horrible, or there's a chance that nothing changes at all and everything is fine. So it's a hard place to be in limbo, not like knowing. He did, trying to be like discreet a little bit, but he did get another opportunity. We'll just say it that way, if that makes sense. With a little bit more pay, kind of. But their insurance is not good. We already know that they don't cover Zepbound, which means my husband wouldn't be able to stay on his medication. And they're currently looking into the Mounjaro for me. So my gut is saying to stick it out where he's at right now, until the new year, because again, they are picking up with work, so hopefully that stays that way, and then come January we'll kind of just see what happens. I have a tiny bit of a stash. I think I have 2 months worth or 3 months worth. I don't know. I have to look. But my husband does not. And I think I came on here a few months ago and told you guys that I tried to get like a 3-month supply at one point. And they told me they couldn't. They told me they couldn't because of the shortage, which I thought we were out of. So I don't know. That was a few months ago. So I might try again with that and see if it's possible for them to order me a 3-month supply, and him a 3-month supply, because that would push us into like a little bit into the new year if his insurance, regardless of if he stays with this company or not, if they don't offer it anymore, that would give us time to kind of figure out, okay, what are next steps. I know for me, either getting back on metformin, which I really don't want to fucking do, or, if there's another medication that that insurance will cover. I mean, it kind of just depends. But for right now, we're staying with what we've been doing. And I also think, we've built such great habits, or at least I like to think we have. I haven't, I guess, technically had to put them to the test yet, because I haven't gone like without my medication. But I mean, there have been a few times, a few weeks where I have not taken the medicine and I don't feel as if I've fallen like off the wagon big time or, anything like that. So, but we'll just take it one day at a time, and, eventually when we get pregnant, God willing we get pregnant, I won't be able to be on it anyways. I do know at that point, because my doctor and I had talked about it kind of in the beginning of my journey with the Mounjaro. We had talked about, Tim and I wanting to try to get pregnant starting next year in 2025, which I kind of want to sit down and do a whole video just on that alone. But I remember saying to him, like, what happens at that point? And he was saying, well, at that point, obviously you would be off of the Mounjaro, and you would have to take metformin. So I guess that's kind of that game plan. But I do feel like, we've created good habits, and whether or not we have to come off of our medication due to insurance or job change or pregnancy or whatever the case is, I just hope that the progress we've made mentally and with good habits and with healing certain relationships with food and that type of thing, I hope that sticks and that, we'll be able to continue to be successful regardless of if we have the shots or not. I do feel like I have a way better grasp on my food addiction and kind of just emotional eating and all of that, because of the medication, with the help of the medication. And I've been saying this from the beginning, that I feel like this medication really has worked on me from the inside out. And I do think that that I would struggle a bit coming off of it. But I also know that I have somewhat healed a part of me that, you know, I think I wouldn't have been able to heal. I wouldn't have had the mind space and mindset to heal if it wasn't for the medicine. So, who knows? I just like to think of all the possibilities and, you know, any scenario that could possibly potentially happen. Because the other thing too is my renewal is up in January. Come the end of January, my 1 year, like, what is it called? Approval, I guess. Prior approval is up. So I think that in order for me to keep my medication, I would have to, sorry, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's loud. I would have to get a new prior approval anyway. So, but for now, I'm very content where we're at, as far as weight goes and what this medication has done for both of us. And I'm excited to see, you know, the next, I really am hoping to be down the 100 pounds by the end of the year, and then possibly down to 199 by the end of the year. That might be cutting it a little bit, but I do think I can get to my 100 pound mark, which would be 206, by the new year. So keeping fingers crossed, just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, you know, and that's all I can do. I'm happy with where we are. I am so excited to go home, and I'm so excited to, like, you know, it's crazy because Tim and I, our 1 year wedding anniversary is coming up November 2nd. And I kind of want to do maybe like a little photo shoot when I go home. My best friend is a photographer. She's actually shooting my sister's wedding. So I might ask her if she can take some pictures for Tim and I, like on our 1 year anniversary, because man, have we changed so much in the course of a year. And although I adore my wedding pictures, because I felt beautiful, it was just one of the happiest days of my life. Like, I'm so excited for my sister's wedding and for her to get her pictures back and, like, just see myself in such a healthier light, like that I'm going to be at my sister's wedding that I was not at my wedding. I'm just, yeah, I'm excited. So I will stop boring you guys. I've been talking for over 18 minutes now, and I hope everybody has a great Monday. Let's have a great week. It is almost, you know, like holiday time and everything too, so let's make the last few months of this year a good one, and I will see you guys tomorrow.